As the Republican primary heats up next spring, so might a criminal trial about the last presidential election. A judge in Washington, D.C., penciling in March of 2024 for federal prosecutors to begin their case against Donald Trump for trying to overturn the 2020 election. Judge Tanya Chutkan rejected the former president's bid to delay the trial until after next year's election, emphasizing the public's interest in seeing this case resolved in a timely manner.
The trial date could slide, but not because Mr. Trump is going to prevail on appeal.
The Republican frontrunner's political calendar now on a collision course with his trials, and his rivals are pouncing.
You don't go with someone who's going to be in a courtroom longer than they're going to be campaigning.
That March 4th date in Washington, the same day Georgia prosecutors have asked for their state trial to start on election interference. And it's the day before Super Tuesday, when more than a dozen states hold their Republican primaries. It's also just 3 weeks shy of Mr. Trump's trial in New York, where he stands accused of falsifying business records to cover up an alleged affair before the 2016 election. 2 months after that, another trial set for his alleged mishandling of classified documents in Florida. Mr. Trump has denied all wrongdoing in each case, continuing to attack the prosecutors online, while in a courtroom in Georgia, his former chief of staff took to the witness stand for nearly 5 hours. Mark Meadows defending his own actions from around the last election as he tries to move his Fulton County racketeering case over to federal court.
They want to put him on the stand for a limited purpose, which is for him to claim that he was acting in the scope of his official duties.
But that effort was undercut by another Republican at the heart of that case, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who testified that infamous call he fielded from Mr. Trump asking for him to find votes in Georgia was only about helping the Trump campaign.
Now, that judge in Georgia says he will rule promptly. But in the meantime, all 19 defendants, including Mr. Trump, are set for arraignment on those state charges on September 6th, guys.
So then, Laura, is there anything Trump's team can do to move the trial date, or is it expected to stick?
They are going to trial wheel all of their might to make sure that that March date doesn't stick. And what their basic strategy here is going to be motions, 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 tons of paper. They've already signaled they're going to try to file a motion to dismiss, saying that this was a wrongful prosecution, saying he should be immune from prosecution, trying to change the venue to get it moved out of D.C. So expect to see a lot of motions, and each of those can then be appealed over and over again.
So let's talk about the former president's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, taking the stand yesterday. This was a risky move. Most legal experts said this is not going to happen. So what is the strategy? Why was it so important for him to take the stand on his own behalf?
It's a risky move, Peter, because anything he says on that stand can then be used. Remember, it's the district attorney's office who's questioning him on that stand, so she can use any of that stuff in her case in chief. But it seems like his strategy is if he loses here in front of this judge, he can then appeal it, and then he can appeal it even all the way to the Supreme Court if necessary. So we'll see how this plays out there in Georgia.
Yeah, no doubt. Laura, Jarrett, nice to see you. Thanks so much.
Sure, guys.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.